Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. We do appreciate you tuning in today. My guest today, it's Bill Shrode.
I hope.
Bill Shrode.
Yeah, got to get that fixed.
Got to get that work done. Bill Shrode is here. Hey, we're going to talk about ham radio. They're having a big old field day this weekend, and we're going to talk about the ins and outs of that and how that works and how you can have fun joining in on all of the quality time and fun that they have playing with ham radios. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Flora, Channel 25 or Channel 100, depending on your fiber situation. Same thing up in Louisville, Jeff, Sisney, over in West Salem, Fairfield, Browns, all over the place. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Here on this glorious Wednesday morning, might be able to try to keep the rain away, but we'll see what happens throughout the course of the day. Let's talk about some community events going on today that you might want to keep an eye on. Over at Brush Creek Campground down, I believe that's north of Sims, south of Johnsonville. The Southern Gospel favorite Jeff and Sherry Easter, they're going to be in concert tonight, and that'll be, that's of course located north of Orchardville, pardon me, and in rural Wayne County. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight. I think that is going to be at the big old church down there at the actually it's at the Brush Creek Campground. They're calling it the Brush Creek Reunion. So you might think about that. 7 o'clock tonight. Also tonight here in, actually up in Effingham, it's the Kiddos Black Light Paint Party. And this goes from 5:30 to 7:30 tonight. It's part of the School Out for Summer Wednesdays that they've been having up there. The Kiddos Blacklight Paint Party for young artists age 6 to 12. It's $30 a person. However, you're going to get pizza, soda, tea, and water provided included. Also, awesome music and lots of fun while painting with glowing paint. I don't know if you get a paint yourselves or if you're just painting on, which would you rather?
I'm a little out of the body painting age.
You're not body painting anymore?
No, I'm not body painting.
Okay, well, so canvas painting.
Canvas
there you go. There, canvas. That is tonight at 5:30. Also, today, the Fairfield Memorial Hospital down in Fairfield, they're offering first aid / CPR certification. That's open to the public free of charge. The class started a little while ago. You probably could still see if you can make it. It started at 8, goes till noon at the FMH Education Annex building. That's the former Union Hall. It used to be the Union Hall for Airtex, the Union number 543 down there, located on 10th Street. You'll find it. It's easy to find. For more information, or if you want to pre-register, give them a call, 618-847-8367. So you might want to get in on that. This is June 19th. What is June 19th? What's it known for? Well, it is Juneteenth. 154 years ago, this was commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. The celebration originated in Texas, actually, when Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston. He announced on June 19, 1865, with General Order Number 3, that the Civil War was over and all slaves were now freedmen. So that's an outstanding way for folks to celebrate. There are probably all kinds of celebrations going on, probably in bigger cities than around here, but you might be able to find something around here. Also today, it's National Garfield the Cat Day.
His birthday, I think.
It's his birthday. That's
yes.
Exactly right. 41 years.
They've been building that up in the comic strip for the last couple of weeks.
You know, they do that every year. It makes you think after 41 years, Jim Davis has nothing more to say. You think he's done.
Well, Charles Schultz was the same way.
Well, yeah, and he went longer than that, too.
Yeah.
He went longer than that. But, yeah, this is National Garfield the Cat Day. I really don't know how to tell you to celebrate it other than to maybe share. It says here, share your favorite Garfield memories or Garfield-like tendencies by using Garfield the Cat Day on social media.
I've got 12 cats. They'll tell me how to
You
celebrate.
have 12 cats?
Yes.
Do they enjoy lasagna like Garfield the cat does?
If I give it to them, they'll probably eat it.
I suspect some of them they kick the dog too, like Garfield does. Yeah, I know my cats. I've got 2 cats. I used to have 3.5, and we had to. Well, it's a long story.
Yeah, we ain't got time.
We had one that passed away recently, about 2 weeks ago, and then the other one just never came back. So I don't know where he is.
They do that.
They do that. He basically is a neighborhood cat, but we fed him, so we counted him as ours. What else is going on today? What's on television? If you're looking for what's on Wabash today, Major League Baseball. The White Sox remain in Chicago. They are taking on the Cubs this evening. That's at 7:05, and that's on NBC Chicago Sports Channel. That's channel 643 on your Wabash dial. Lucas Giolito on the mound for the Sox. He's going to go against John Lester for the Cubs. As you might recall, last night it was the Cubs broadcast crew. Tonight it's the White Sox broadcast crew. So that's at 7:05. Also today, the Miami Marlins will be in St. Louis, Game 3 of their series. That's at 7:15 tonight on Fox Sports Midwest, Channel 630. Trevor Richards, he's going to go against Daniel Ponce de Leon for the Cardinals. And then later on in the evening, if you're up late, on ESPN Channel 601, the San Francisco Giants are in Los Angeles. Drew Pomerantz taking on Rich Hill for the Dodgers. Pomerantz for the Giants, Rich Hill for the Dodgers. So plenty of stuff to watch. Women's World Cup, they're about to wrap up the early round, the first round, Group D finals today at 2 p.m. Fox Sports 1, it'll be Japan versus England. And then on Fox Sports, you're looking at Scotland versus Argentina. Both of those at 2 p.m. this afternoon. My guest today, it is Bill Shrode. We are going to talk all about amateur radio, the Amateur Radio Field Day coming up this weekend. And we'll do that as soon as we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Cats TV. Back right after these. Do stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, I'm Brian. You probably know someone who's had a heart attack, COPD, or a heart bypass operation. You might even know someone who's had a heart transplant, lung cancer, or part of their lung removed. But what about someone who's had all 6? Now you do. My tip is, if smoking doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, it's Bill Shrode. Bill's
Hi
been
there.
here a time or two before. We do appreciate him coming back because he's got big news going on this weekend. We're going to learn all the ins and outs, although we're not making the call today.
No, we're not making the call.
We're not making the call.
Got nobody to talk to today.
Nobody. Come on back and talk to Teddy Bear.
No, that's a difference.
Yeah, that's entirely different
That's
kind of
another
radio.
group.
Entirely different type of radio. But Bill's here. Thanks for coming in, Bill.
Sure thing.
Appreciate it. We're going to talk about, amateur radio.
Yes.
Ham radio.
Here it comes.
I'll get to it in just a minute. You've been doing this a few years. You've been doing this. How did you become a amateur radio enthusiast?
Well, I was always into electronics. I was into, of course, television, radio. I'm a disc jockey. I'm a broadcast engineer. I've worked in recording studios.
You have your FCC license and all that kind of business.
That stuff. Well, when I needed one, yes.
Yeah, you don't need one
We
anymore.
don't need one for that anymore. But
When did they stop that?
I want to say 97 was the official end of it.
I'm going to say because I've been on the radio since 1994, and they never asked me to get one. So was I illegal? Was I pirate radio for the first 3 years?
They started reducing the lower levels earlier.
Well,
than that.
I never got past a lower level. I was always lower level.
I had a third, and then I had a second, and then I had a restricted when I went back into it in 90, because I was
Okay.
away from it for a while, and that was all I needed to sit and spin records and run the board and take readings.
But since I was just doing play-by-play at football and basketball games,
You didn't need anything anyway.
I didn't need it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you didn't need it.
All right. Well, I didn't start actually working in the studio till 5 or 6, 7 years ago. All right. Well, that's good. I'm just glad you don't want the feds coming after you now, 30 years later.
When they get around to it.
All right. You started amateur radio working
2010.
2010.
Yes.
Why?
Because I finally had time to sit down and study it and take the test.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So now for this, you have to take a test and get a license to be an amateur radio operator.
Yes, you do. And for many of the vendors, you have to be able to prove you have a license, or they won't sell you the equipment.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That probably should be most of the vendors.
There's a fair handful of them that require it. They got to have a call sign that they can check out on the invoice. But
well, see, now you've got your call sign. He's
I've got
wearing
my
his call sign.
call sign.
He's on KC9. See, I forgot to put I'll put KC9 on the graphic here in a little bit. KC9 TFD if you're looking for Bill at any time.
and you can Google that, and you will get me. That's what you'll get, because I'm the only person that can have that call sign.
You know, that's interesting to me that if you put it, and basically it's a 6-letter combination, 6-letter with a number, or it varies.
There's different
varies.
versions, yeah.
But you could just throw those 6 letters in and you're coming up.
Yeah, you got to put them in that order,
Well, yeah.
but yeah, it will find me.
Okay. How long now? You have you said you have the television background. radio background. You worked in a radio station. You've been an engineer for years and years and years. How long did it take you to pick it up and to be a adept enough to pass the test and be able to be a sensible operator? Non-novice.
About 8 months.
Is that right?
Yeah. And it took me about another 8 months to get to I started out as a general. I took the tech and the general
Well, usually
the
people,
same
usually,
day.
You still don't see him coming. You started out as a general.
I started out as a general, which is the second level, which is really nuts and bolts electronics.
Yeah.
You know, and then I went to extra about 10 months later.
Oh, okay. All right. And it's not terrifically expensive, is it?
No, it's $15 a test, depending on who you go to. There are groups like the Flora group, the Clay County group, does not charge for their tests.
Okay.
They are of a different proctoring organization, but you know the tests are the same no matter where you take them, because they're all issued by the FCC.
You know, this is one of those type of things, Bill, that you think as the world goes around and as we get more and more internet using, that you'd be able to go on the internet and just take the test. But you really can't do that,
No, you can't do that.
You got to actually show up. And
They have talked about making variations for, you know, as changes come about, but they haven't done anything in that vein yet.
I'll be doggone.
But we are adding more digital modes.
Okay.
We are adding more digital circuitry questions to the tests.
Okay, so it took you 10 months to go from general level to extra general level, extra level. What are you now? You're an educator now, right?
Yes, I'm a certified instructor.
Certified instructor.
I'm a certified volunteer examiner. I give the tests. I will be giving the test in Mount Carmel on Saturday.
We're going to talk about the field days and where he's given the tests here in just a few minutes. You've been doing it for 8 years now. You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Be really?
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't be doing it if you weren't enjoying it. What's your favorite part about being an amateur radio operator? Because I know a few of you folks.
Yeah.
I'm not one myself. We've talked in this setting, both here.
I got a book laying over there.
That's exactly right. We've talked about me looking through it and trying to take the test, and I told you I'm a very good test taker. I still don't think I do worth a hoot in this.
It's a 35-question multiple choice test. You can get up to 9 wrong.
So, but you're very good at it, and you enjoy it. What's your favorite part?
Well, my favorite part has to do with fiddling with the equipment, which as a ham operator, you can fiddle with your own equipment.
Really?
There are other services where you no touchy, you know.
Yeah, if you're online, you're basically, you're at the mercy of whatever cellular service or
Well,
something.
CB, you're not supposed to fool with.
Really?
Commercial two-way radio, unless you're the technician that, does the service.
Like
you're not supposed to.
Commercial two-way radio that the farmers use.
Yeah, you're not supposed to mess with the radios. Okay.
Oh, okay, really?
You just turn a
You
channel
don't
knob
change you can't change frequency.
No. Well,
But
you can change channels,
But you can change.
I can change.
You can mess with anything.
I can, pretty much.
I would think, and the reason I ask that question, because I would think that maybe the most, and it may be to other people, just not you, the most intriguing part about it would be to talk to people that you have no idea who and where they are, just meeting and talking to new people.
Well, I do that too. I mean, I've talked to foreign countries. I don't speak any foreign languages, but a lot of the ham operators speak English or good enough English they can communicate.
That's the other question, that leads to the question, is English the de rigueur language of amateur radio?
It's probably about 60%, I would say. We have a lot of digital modes, or what we refer to as keyboard-to-keyboard modes, where language is not the issue.
Really?
Because you can do everything from Morse code to the latest one is, I believe, FT8 on a keyboard, and it
like
doesn't matter.
Fortran or something like that?
No, I'm not real sure what the algorithm is. I haven't fooled with it.
FT8,
I know people that fool with it. But
FT8's a language I learned back in college, and I learned it for about 6 weeks for a class, and I have never thought of it again.
All of those modes, or most of those modes, including what we call slow scan television, where we take still pictures and transmit them, basically turn the information into combinations of tones, and it transmits the tones, and then it decodes that sequence and puts it all back together at the other end.
This stuff has always fascinated me. It has always fascinated me as because I'm a communicator.
That's an oversimplified explanation.
Well, that's a tremendously simplified explanation. We haven't even gotten to the field day. We've got field day coming up this Saturday. There's going to be one in here in Flora, and there's going to be one over in Mount Carmel. And when we come back, we'll kind of give you the nuts and bolts of those field days and what you might run into if you go. Make some friends, have a good time. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest is Bill Shrode, and we'll be back right after these. Do please stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Christine, and I used to smoke. My tip is, when you hear the words oral cancer, think about more than just your mouth. The skin grafts and reconstructive surgery can really leave a mark on your arm, your shoulder, and your neck. Not to mention what it can do to your face.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Hey, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Bill Shrode is my guest, and he is a amateur radio instructor and examiner, and he is going to tell us all about these field days coming up this Saturday. Bill, tell me what is going on this Saturday.
Here in Clay County, the Clay County Amateur Radio Club, will be holding court, if you will.
Where are they going to go?
They're going to go to the Emergency Operations Center, 744 East North Avenue in Flora. That's the old water tank.
Okay.
Okay, they have the operations center is actually down in the bottom of what was the water tank. It's kind of a
That's in the middle of town.
kind of a subterranean thing, but
That's kind of in the middle of the town.
yeah, it's right next to the city parks over there. You know,
Right.
the skateboard park and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but does it being next to the railroad track and next to all those telephone lines and
They got radio towers there. Matter of fact, they just refurbished a couple of the antennas.
oh really
Over there,
So the Clay County folks, so they won't have to set up
No.
in the middle of the field like
No,
you guys.
no, not really.
Like you guys will be doing.
Yeah, no, they're going to be operating out of there.
Okay.
Easy setup. They'll be doing a couple of different modes of operation.
What are they doing? Okay, so this will be an opportunity for somebody here in Clay County or for any county, wherever
Yeah.
they want.
Come on down.
Come
as
on
they say.
and see how these run because it's
Yes.
actually pretty cool.
Yes, they'll be. They do have a WinLink set up. That's the system we're trying to set up across the state that moves email by radio.
Okay.
Is the easy way to explain
Okay.
it. We can get in and out of the internet. We can substitute an area that doesn't have internet service, that sort of thing. You know.
And that's a pretty important part if you're dealing with emergencies and that kind of
Yes,
thing.
that's
yeah.
why we're trying to build up the network to get
yeah.
that done. But they will be having a testing session at 10 o'clock. No charge for their testing
10
session.
o'clock over here in Flora,
In Flora.
down
And
by the skater park.
their radio operations will begin at noon.
Okay.
The official field day runs noon to noon, the 22nd, 23rd, but they will only be operating on Saturday till about 3 p.m.
And when you say the official field day, you explain this. This is official because this is not just occurring in Flora and Mount Carmel.
It's worldwide.
Yeah.
It is an amateur radio event. It is the only major contact event that is not technically a contest.
Oh, really?
We have contests going darn near every day of the year.
Really?
For different contact
just people. That's where
systems.
people gather the number
Yeah.
of contacts they're
Yes.
able to make.
And they mail them in, and they get points for them.
Oh, really?
You can collect a lot of wallpaper if you're a contester.
So then this would go like to you would send it into Washington D.C. or
You
something.
send,
like
yeah,
that.
you send it to
Wherever
ARRL in Newington, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Is our headquarters at W1AW in Newington.
Okay. Okay. Now that will end at 3 o'clock.
That will end
in
at
Flora.
In Flora.
What is the story on the Mount Carmel one?
All right. Mount Carmel is going to be at 228 Golden Aces Way.
228 Golden Aces Way. I've been there, but I must tell you, I had no idea that it even had an address.
Well, there was a way to create that. I'll put
There
it to you
must have
that way.
been.
For those of you that are challenged by GPS, it is north 38 degrees, 24 minutes, 34.1 seconds. West 087 degrees, 45 minutes,
So there you
03.4
have it.
seconds.
There you have it. You've got the latitude and longitude. You can't miss it.
No, you can't miss it. It is in the field across the street from the stadium.
It is
the high school.
It's down the hill.
It's down the hill.
It's for those of you who, well, certainly everyone.
And at the moment,
Flora hasn't played Mount Carmel in football for a long time. Mount Fairfield hasn't played for about 10 years. Flora's been about 15 or 16. But yeah, you're at the bottom of Riverfront Stadium. You're in the snake pit. You're in the pit of the snake pit.
Yes, you can go if you come into Mount Carmel proper. Come up Market Street.
Okay.
Off of 15.
Okay.
Take a left on 5th Street.
5th. I was going to say 4th, but I didn't really
Take a left on 5th Street. Go down.
And it just rolls down the hill.
It just rolls downhill till you get to Golden Aces Way. Should be the first corner, I believe. Might be the second.
There might be one there before it that has like mobile homes or something
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
it's a
little
half a street.
Small,
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
small mobile home park or
But,
something like that.
and then you turn right, and you'll see all the trailers and the fire equipment and whatnot out there. It's
Okay.
not a disaster; it's an exercise.
Okay, so this is down there. So you're just east of the main facility where the broadcast booth is.
Yes.
just east of the broadcast booth.
You're on the visitors' side, I guess you would call it,
Yeah.
if they have a visitors' side there.
Well, yeah, you're just not up the hill.
Yeah.
You're not on the stands.
Yeah.
Now, I don't recall too many antennas down there.
We bring them.
You're bringing them?
Yes.
Oh, really? How big of an antenna will you be? I mean, this is going to be this gigantic, the gigantic dish antenna that you'll be out there in the middle of the field. And
Most of them will probably be what we refer to as verticals. They'll be
Okay.
straight sticks. There may be a couple of long wire, what we call dipoles, stretched
Okay.
from point to point. Somebody may throw something up in a tree. You never know.
I have a question.
Yes.
We didn't really talk that much about the interference at Flora because I didn't know if the railroad tracks or anything would affect it. But down there at the bottom of the hill, can you only shoot across the floodplain to the east, or can you still shoot to the west?
Shooting
I mean,
to the west is kind of tricky. You could, if the atmosphere was on your side, you could aim it up toward the clouds and hope for a bounce
Oh, okay.
if you had such an antenna.
Okay. Other than that, though, you're probably going to be contacting
North, south,
Louisville.
and east
Okay.
would be the major.
Louisville, Paducah, and maybe toward Danville or something like that.
Well, now at night, all bets are off because the atmosphere changes at night.
Really?
And if you can hit the sky,
Does the ionosphere open up or something, or just? I mean, you're going to have clouds at night too.
the layers shift at night slightly.
Okay.
And you get a little more reflection, and depending on what angle you hit a point in the ionosphere determines what your reflective angle is.
I love it. I love it. I mean, as a person who has tried to broadcast from several fields, the opportunity to actually have one connect with somebody seems very enticing. All right, so you're going to get there. What time's that start?
That starts 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock in the morning. Okay,
They go 9 o'clock
Are we giving
till-
tests there?
Yes, we're not giving tests there. We are giving tests in Mount Carmel at the Emergency Operations Center for the Wabash County Emergency Management Agency. That's
Okay.
at 930 and a half Market Street.
Oh, okay. At what time is that?
That's going to be at 10 o'clock.
That's at 10 o'clock. Okay, 9:30 and a half Market. That'd be towards City Hall, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be north of there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And I do charge $15 for
Oh, it's
that
north
test.
of there. Yeah. So it's
Yes.
it's toward Route 15.
Yes,
yeah,
it's
I got
just
you.
across.
Near the Taco Tierra. How's that sound?
Well, it's a little further up than that. It's
further.
across Route 15. It's located behind the liquor store.
Okay. All right. All right.
That's kind of an odd landmark.
That is
It's
no.
the
That's
best I can
actually a
give
pretty
you.
good one. it's not the liquor store on the south side of the road. The liquor store on the north side of the road.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
With the big wagon wheel in
With the big wagon wheel. That's right. I think it's called the wagon wheel.
I don't remember.
As I recall. I can't remember. All right. So you're taking that test at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
And then what?
Well, you can come back. Well, you can come back down to the field day and see what's what if you want after the test. The test take about an hour.
Really?
Testing and scoring.
And then at the field day, you're going to have are you having concessions?
I think there's some food.
So
being
you said
provided.
now this one in Mount Carmel, you're going noon to noon on this one, aren't you?
They are, yes.
They are.
Well, yeah.
When I said you, I didn't mean exactly you. I meant everybody.
Yes. They are going. They
How
will
long
be.
are you going to be there, Bill?
I'm going to be there probably till about 7 or 8. I got to get home because I got to go work for that other.
You got to go to work for the other radio
for the other station. Yeah, in the morning.
Lawrenceville.
Yes. I have.
Okay, how many folks do you think will be there working on the radios? You think?
Probably half a dozen or so at any one time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And will they? For the folks who don't know much about amateur radio, how far will folks be able to get on just like one call? If I'm shooting it east out of Mount Carmel, or if I'm shooting from any direction out of these nice antennas here in Flora, where am I going to get to talk to?
20 miles, 100 miles.
It varies.
300 or 400 miles. Just depends.
No kidding.
Depends on the weather. to some extent in this case.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, as well as he is going to explain a little bit of the history and the current need. Might get it a little bit deeper into the wind system and the requirements of it. But he's also going to tell me something that I did not know: the evolution of the term ham radio. Right.
Right.
He's very proud that he knows something that I have no idea about. He knows a ton of stuff I don't know about. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. This is Bill Shrode, and we're going to be back right after these. Do stick around.
I'm Brian. You probably know someone who's had a heart attack, COPD, or a heart bypass operation. You might even know someone who's had a heart transplant, lung cancer, or part of their lung removed. But what about someone who's had all 6? Now you do. My tip is, if smoking doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
And showing up. Welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Bill Shrode. We're talking about Amateur Radio Field Day. It's this Saturday here in Flora at the park down there. What's it called?
Emergency Operations Center.
Emergency Operations Center, which is next to Skater Park and next to the Frog Island tennis place there. And also over in Mount Carmel at the bottom of the Snake Pit. Oh, sounds like an enticing place to be. The bottom of the
especially
Snake
with the rain.
Yeah, no kidding. With the inch and a half of rain.
We don't have any news that the levee has been breached Yet.
Where the levee is still holding. The levee's still holding. Okay, you were going to tell me, I just thought amateur radio, ham came from amateur radio because of the, they rhyme. That's not true?
Well, sort of. I mean,
it is sort of true.
I've given you the story about ham-fisted. I've given you the story about... Okay.
Which I must tell you, the story about ham-fisted I really never bought.
Okay.
I never really thought all that much. I'm a cynic.
Well, I said this time I'm going to fix him for good so we can talk about other things. So I did some research.
Okay.
And we have this little gem that came from, I forget exactly who the operator was that posted this, but in 1908, there was a station call of the first amateur wireless station operated by some of the amateurs at the Harvard Radio Club.
That's pretty early on in the process.
Yes, it is.
Marconi had just invented the
We're
thing.
talking sparks and lots of noise and all that jazz. Okay. They were Albert S. Hyman, Bob Almy, and Poogie Murray.
Poogie.
I just read them. I don't write them.
Poogie. I got to tell you, Bill, I'm having a difficult time with this one too already. I'm open-minded.
At first, they called their station Hyman, Almy, and Murray. Tapping out such a long name in code, because Morse code was all they had back then, became tiresome and called for a revision. They changed it to Hy-Al-Mu. Hyalmu, using the first two letters of each of their names. Early in 1901, some confusion resulted between...
1909, you mean?
1901.
Well, I thought you said they didn't start till 1908.
I'm just reading what's written.
Okay, go ahead.
Some confusion resulted between signals from amateur wireless station Hyalmu and a Mexican ship. Remember, a lot of this was ship-to-shore stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Titanic was shipped to shore.
Yes. Hyalmo. They then decided only to use the first letters of each name, HAM.
Ham. All right.
It gets better. In the early pioneer days of unregulated amateur radio, operators picked their own frequency and call letters.
Really?
Yes. Then as now, well, there were no regulations then. Then as now, some amateurs had better signals than commercial stations. The resulting interference came to the attention of congressional
there's always
committees.
the guy who wants to have the biggest, the fastest car on the block.
Same thing, yes. Okay. In 1911, Albert Hyman chose the controversial wireless regulation bill as a topic for his thesis at Harvard.
So these kids were still students.
Yes, we're getting pretty high up here.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
His instructor insisted that a copy be sent to Senator David I. Walsh, a member of one of the committees hearing the bill.
Okay.
The senator was so impressed with the thesis that he asked Hyman to appear before the committee.
How about that?
Albert Hyman took the stand, described how the little station was built, and almost cried when he told the crowded committee room that if the bill went through, that they would have to close down the station because they could not afford the license fees and all other requirements which the bill imposed on amateur stations. This
the guy's
starting to sound familiar.
The guy's starting to sit there crying in front of Congress.
Let's don't go there.
It is becoming believable.
Yes. Congressional debate began on the wireless regulation bill, and little station ham became the symbol for all the little amateur stations in the country crying to be saved from the menace and greed of the big commercial stations
and the license fees.
Yes, who didn't want them around. The bill finally got to the floor of Congress, and every speaker talked about the poor little station ham. That's how it all started. You'll find the whole story in the congressional record.
I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Shrode makes up just about as good a story as anybody ever could. So that's ham.
And that's the way it was. No.
All right, I got to ask, do you believe that when you have had all these different, you have done more research into this than I have. Where does ham radio come from? Do you believe that one?
I believe that one. I might look it up to see what, just to see.
Actually, I might too.
See if it was embellished.
Congressional record. That's pretty cool. Yeah. How many people engage in amateur radio, you think?
At the moment, we have over 800,000 in the country.
In the U.S.?
Yeah.
How about in the world, do you know?
Not off the top of my head. Considerably more than 800,000.
Well, yeah, especially if only you said the language is 60-40. Are there Spanish speaking, or what's the second most? What's other prevalent languages?
Spanish, French, Italian.
Have you ever spoken to some of these folks in another language?
I've spoken to people with no, not me. I've spoken to people with heavy accents that normally don't speak English or don't speak English as a first language.
As a primary?
Yeah, as a primary.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, see, now that must be a ton of fun, too.
It is.
We're talking about the field day coming up this Saturday in Mount Carmel as well as in Flora. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about that as well as maybe all kinds of other stuff. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest is Bill Shrode, and we'll be back, wrap things up right after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details. At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
The difference between a good building and a great building is craftsmanship. It's about taking pride in the finished product. It's about being a professional. Unlike other construction companies, you work with Morton Building's craftsmen from conception to completion. From the plant employees who roll the steel to the company driver who delivers the materials to the construction crews, every one of them are Morton employee owners who take pride in exceeding your expectations. Discover the Morton difference today at mortonbuildings.com.
I'm Christine, and I used to smoke. My tip is, when you hear the words oral cancer, think about more than just your mouth. The skin grafts and reconstructive surgery can really leave a mark on your arm, your shoulder, and your neck. Not to mention what it can do to your face.
Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're talking about ham radios. This is Bill Shrode, and if you're a ham radio person, KC, what is it?
KC9.
KC9 TFD.
Kilo Charlie 9 Tango Foxtrot Delta.
Kilo Charlie 9 Tango Foxtrot Delta, and you'll be able to find him. You're probably on there. How long do you think a day or a week you spend on? I mean,
few hours a week these days.
A few hours a week. Okay. Yeah. I gotta ask then, if someone is looking to get involved in amateur radio, in ham radios, do I have to have one of those great big old consoles like you used to see on the movies and stuff like that?
Not really.
You always see in the movies, they've got the great big console and they're talking to somebody about the war's over or something like that.
Not really. You can talk. You can get a handheld radio for as low as about $50 or as much as about $400, depending on what you want on it.
So the pricing of what's the cost of entry then into the hobby? Because I guess you can if you can go from $50 to $400, I presume that you could be like anything else. You could probably go to $4,000 or something like that.
Oh, you could. There are 5-figure radios out there.
Really?
Some of the top of the line all band wonders and all mode wonders.
What's the difference?
You can get everything you'd ever want to do, mode and frequency wise, in one radio, which is, I think they top out about 12.5 now. Good entry level radio that'll give you the basic, what we call HF frequencies, and another radio that will give you VHF and UHF to talk to repeaters. A combination like that can run you $600-700 plus.
That's not bad.
Plus another $150 to put up antennas that'll work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how portable then are these? Is a radio like that? If you're going to have to put up
the VHF
antenna?
UHF radio can be a mobile rig, and with a power supply, you can use it in the house or you can plug it into the car. The car can have a magnetic mount antenna that you can, take and move, whatever.
Just like for kids these days, you might remember when you had to have the magnetic antenna using your cell phone, the analog style cell phone.
Same style of hookup.
Is that right?
Yes. The antenna's a little different, but it's the same style of hookup.
Yeah, it'd kind of have to be.
The HF radio, the antenna takes a little more work to put up because there's a little more wire involved in it. And those also come, most of them run on 12 volts now, so you can run them on a car battery, or you can get a power supply, a more robust power supply, and put them in the house.
They're going to be of course, we've been talking about the Flora and Mount Carmel field days. Will there be vendors and stuff at the field days?
Not to my knowledge.
I didn't know if you had, sometimes.
We have those at Ham Fests.
Ham Fest back in April.
April, yes.
Oh, okay.
We don't normally have them at field days.
Okay. Oh,
but there may be people there willing to sell equipment if they have equipment they want to sell. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, basically, if for a novice who doesn't know what they're doing, this is a nice place to go and just kind of see how it works.
See how it works. See how, we can show you the modes. We can show you the way the radios operate. We can give you the idea behind the technology.
All right. How long is that going to take me to pick up?
Well, I've taught about half the class all the times I've been with you.
I know it.
Counting here and radio.
I still got nothing.
I got a book over there for 30.
We're going to talk about something here.
Yes, okay. You got the chart? Can you?
Yeah, let me see. Show the chart.
Show the chart.
We're kind
just to show you the basic
how this works, right?
Okay. We have the band chart here.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Now the two on the upper left, those are the newest bands we have, and those are the lowest frequency bands.
Left.
Okay.
Right.
And where we normally start is about the third one down on that side. That is 160 meters. Roughly, a wavelength of that band is roughly 524 feet. 10 inches. It begins at 1.8 megahertz, which is just above the AM radio band.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So I can feel like I'm talking on the real be a big radio.
There are actually operators that acquire older 1 kilowatt AM radio transmitters, and they
like an old Marty unit or something.
Well,
like that?
No, like an old Collins, an old Gates, and they tweak them. And they sound really good on the air. Let me tell you.
I bet they do.
There are guys using Gates consoles to feed them, and all kinds of stuff.
I bet they sound good.
Then we go up higher. 40 meters is basically one of our daytime bands. That's 131 feet 3 inches, or 7 megahertz. That's right around where a lot of the activity in international shortwave is. Right right there on top.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving right along, we go down to 10 meters.
Down
there at the bottom.
Well,
right there on the top. Yeah. That's actually right next to the Citizens Band. That's 32 feet, 10 inches. Remember, I'm talking full wavelength. Most of the antennas we use are half or quarter. So
Okay.
divide those accordingly, and you'll see what the antennas look like.
So do I need to know to change my bands throughout the day? Is that what?
Most radios have a tuner built in these days, or you can put an external tuner on a radio that doesn't have one.
Yeah.
And when you change bands, you do need to re-peak the antenna, because your antenna is usually one size. And one size doesn't exactly fit all, but you can make it work with a tuner.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. So we're like we've been talking about. We've been doing it in Morse code.
Right.
We've been doing it in voice.
Yes.
Tell me about the data. 'Cause
Okay.
now we're talking about this WIN project.
WinLink.
WinLink.
Yes.
WinLink.
Which is a program that will replicate email. Looks just like Outlook on the screen.
Is that right?
Yes, it does.
And we're needing this. This is the WinLink program, is mainly to help with emergency preparedness.
That's what we've got it set up for. You can load all of the incident command system templates into it, or the ones you need to use, depending on what you're doing. And you can send that information back and forth in kind, we'll call it, just like you would the paper forms inside of an operations center.
And this has been used recently.
Yes, it has.
Like you mentioned some of the hurricanes.
There's been teams that went out to the hurricanes in the East Coast. There's been teams that, of course, were in Puerto Rico. There may still be people in Puerto Rico.
Probably are still people in Puerto Rico.
There were
Hurricane
people.
Maria.
There were people in Texas. Just recently, there was operations in Ohio
for the tornadoes.
For the tornadoes, which actually basically desecrated where we have the big convention, where we were having the big convention every year until they moved it last year.
Decimated.
Desecrated
be something entirely different.
Well, you knew what
All right, but the point is, you need the world needs these days in case the cell towers lose power.
Yeah. Earthquake will throw them off real quick.
Well, yeah, earthquakes the cell towers are basically locked into satellites.
Yes.
Earthquakes don't shake satellites.
No.
They shake power. They shake towers.
Yes, they do. And they destroy the fiber links too, in some cases.
What length of time? And granted, you hope you don't have a disaster that will put the cellular system out or the internet system out for a while. But what kind of length of time are you talking about that has been that amateur radios have been depended on in some particular disaster before the other services have been restored?
Well, the big tornado, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago over in Missouri? Joplin.
Yeah.
Ham radio was all they had for about 2 weeks.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, I remember
you had fire stations tore up and everything else. I mean,
yeah.
The hospital was tore up.
Yeah, it tore the whole half the town down.
Mm-hmm. Ham radio was over there for about 2 weeks, I believe is the figure.
Is that right?
Yes. And as we said earlier, Puerto Rico, there may still be operators down there in some places.
Well, that's amazing. As the technology moves forward, you have to continue to have the technology of the past as the foundation of it, don't you?
Redundancy.
Exactly right. Hey, we're out of time. Field day is this Saturday at you said at noon in Flora.
At noon, it starts at noon in Flora.
And testing at 10, I believe.
Yes, Flora is where did I put the address?
Flora's down there at the park.
Yeah,
down there next to Frog Island.
744 East North Avenue in Flora.
It'll be the Snake Pit in Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel is
Riverview Stadium. That's what I meant to say.
Is 228 Golden Aces Way in Mount Carmel. Testing in Mount Carmel is at 9:30 and a half Market Street. Both testing sessions at 10 o'clock.
Bill, thanks for being here.
Sure.
Thanks, folks, for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll see you all next time. Have a great day. See you soon.